here's another League of Legends game coming your way, this time with Warwick in the jungle. And since it's been a little while since I recorded a League game, I wanted to check my recording software to make sure everything was working correctly, if you're wondering why I alt-tabbed there. As for the matchups, let's arrange these. I'm down here, Vayne's up here, top laner, and there we go.
It's time to hunt.
So you may notice I'm using a Warwick skin. I didn't know you actually had to push a button to claim your friend rewards, so... That's a tad random. Like, even if they decide to go steal my red or something since Tryndamere isn't standing guard, the way Warwick works, you just want to rush 6 anyway, so not a big deal. Anyway, matchups, we have Vayne partner with Nami bot against Janna and Draven, Tryndamere top against Nasus, I'm Warwick in the jungle against Aatrox, and we have Annie mid against Yasuo. So, even though they do have a Nasus, as long as Vayne doesn't do that bad, we can deal with him, because I can CC him, just jump on him, start mauling, and have Vayne just kind of tear him apart. And in the event, like, even if Vayne gets withered, if Tryndamere is there, he can even cut into Nasus. The change in the Randuin's Omen is not very good news for him, because both Vayne and Tryndamere use crit, so... it's a little bit more difficult to itemize. Good enough, Nami. And right here I kind of want to pull it into the brush. Just to make it a little bit more difficult if Aatrox wants to try something over here. So right here I'm saving my Q for that. But otherwise for late game, we also have to just hope Draven doesn't get snowballing out of control. The good news is, since they're almost entirely AD, Janna being the one exception, we can stack armor and kind of win from there. I will be going Frozen Heart, Dead Man's Plate maybe, because I might just want Thornmail. And I'm trying to think of what other neat things would be necessary to build, because I don't need a Spirit Visage this game, since, like I said, it's almost entirely AD. Janna accepted in, I think Yasuo's Steel Tempest is also magic damage. Didn't really get the opportunity to go over how Warwick works, but as far as I know, he has not received any changes since the older videos. Otherwise, the other thing to know is that the Devourer has been nerfed. This is the newest patch. How the... Okay, I'm not entirely sure what happened there. Devourer has been nerfed, so each stack is only worth 2/3 of 1 point of damage instead of it being the old way where you got a whole point per stack. And sadly, without any CC to be found between Tryndamere and myself, our hands are kind of tied when it comes to Nasus. I mean, he has a slow Eye of the Red buff, that's kind of it, and it looks like Nasus didn't stick around, so nothing to be found there. Although I'm a bit surprised bot is going as well as it is from the look of things. To put things into context, if I were Aatrox, that's probably the lane I'd be tunneling in on really, really hard. And if you're wondering why, once you get Draven snowballing, you might have just won yourself the game here. Damn. I couldn't steal that. The good news is I still got one of them.
This ends now.
And I'm going to take this to be really annoying. So let's go back over to the chicken camp and work our way back up to... Yeah, he's not coming from that side. I'm working my way closer to level 6.
Smell their stench.
I think the E passive might have scared him off there because I was getting ready to jump on him. My red buff was about to expire, but if I could have gotten one proc of that onto him, it would help ever so slightly. You still have the whole mobility problem with Yasuo. And if you've seen the upcoming character Kindred, you can see that the mobility problem is not getting better in the slightest damn bit. All in all, these changes are more of an indirect buff for Warwick because of his suppression ult, and as long as he still has that, he'll be kind of viable in solo queue. The thing is, once they finally get around to taking away his suppression, he's going to fall back down. And I'd also say that's probably one of the reasons why Skarner is actually as strong as he is, because he can keep up with them to a certain degree, plus a suppression ult to lock them down. It is getting to the point where if a jungler has no CC, they aren't a jungler, and if you're familiar with how Kindred works, you're going to see one of the problems she kind of has. Whoops, wrong one. 300 for that.
It's time.
An ally has been slain.
Okay, I don't know what's going on with Tryndamere, but he's playing that like crap. Like, to explain it a bit, Nasus doesn't really have much for armor, and, like, Tryndamere is not getting anything done for some reason. Like, I honestly don't know what's going on here, and if he's not going to be getting off the ground a little bit on his own, the things that I can do for him are going to be kind of limited by extension. The good news is the Nasus is really bad at stacking from the look of it. We're approaching the 10-minute mark and he only has 30 stacks. Well, we're at the 8-minute mark and he has 30, since odds are he's getting some right now. At least Draven was a good sport about it. Now I'm going to scare the hell out of them. In case you're wondering, I don't actually intend to take this, I'm just going to recall. But the thing is, if they have vision here, they might have been able to see, hey, I'm running into the dragon pit, I'm going to solo dragon, and maybe they'll panic and come over here. But in reality, I'm just going to go to the top side of the jungle and work my way down, because my ult should be off cooldown to go pay Draven another visit. Good news is he has some spell vamps, or not spell vamp, lifesteal. So that can help him a little bit trying to deal with Nasus, but I'm genuinely confused on how he's doing so poorly. So you can see for the Devourer you get 0.67 magic damage per stack, which isn't anything really special. It's not really addressing the problem with the Devourer in the slightest bit. All in all, I'm starting to reach the conclusion that Riot is finally getting fed up with the jungle this season. They're going to scrap whatever they have here for the next one, and then we'll repeat the whole cycle over the coming year.
It's only fun. I hunger.
Okay, 33 stacks. Going to recall just grab boots because I walked all the way back up here instead of just continuing my jungle route.
Feast on their bones.
Might be worthwhile to try to gank Yasuo.
It's only fun if they run. It's time to hunt.
An ally has been slain.
Crap.
An enemy has been slain.
I smell their stench.
Has destroyed a turret.
I ended up wasting my flash there because he did less damage than I thought he was going to. But the important thing is we still got his passive, we got his flash as well. And Annie got that. That's the other benefit. And it would be nice if I can go get the dragon so I can get my 5 stacks, but... The game is not as simple, but sometimes those are the more entertaining ones.
Feast on their bones. It's only fun if they run.
I can give this up to Annie if she wants it. If not, I'm gonna go bot. The thing I have to worry about, though, is Janna interrupting my ult. She has the means to. Everyone except for Nasus on their team does, because Draven has stand aside.
I smell their stench.
And it would have been better if I could have given those to Vayne, but it's better than her dying or them getting away. Assist gold is better than no gold, remember. So with those 2 additional stacks, I deal an additional, like, 1.5 damage. Not a lot on the dragon, but... Okay, Nami disconnected and immediately reconnected. So I didn't see if Aatrox got that or if it was Draven, but they got it. They paid in lives, of course. And we still got some gold on Vayne. It's going to speed up his Devourer, especially offsetting any of the counter jungling I did, but if Vayne plays this correctly, we will still largely benefit. Grabbing this for CDR. And in case you're wondering about the potions, those are not for the jungle clear, those are for fights. Warwick has a ton of sustain with both his Q and his passive, so you don't have to worry about your clear, it's just the actual fights. Oh, I missed the interaction.
I hunger.
Gonna be going for Ninja Tabby somewhat soon.
Killing spree. Your team
It's only fun.
Probably would have been better if I had gotten the red buff so I could slow as well, but it's enough to kill him. Uh-oh, he got to cash out. And he won that fight. Yeah, really bad Nasus.
has been slain.
Okay, that only went to him. We're gonna lose the bot tower most likely, but that could have been a lot worse.
This ends now.
I think she can handle that. Ninja Tabby. Dagger.
I smell that stench.
Killing spree.
Okay, Janna should be kind of free there.
It's time to hunt.
Now the question is, how fast can I get bot? They'll know we're coming because of this, but that doesn't matter.
The rest of his team with that sacrifice.
Well, technically he did. I got the assist because of my cutlass, in case you didn't see the thing go off. And only Nami got the local gold, I think. That sucked. And the joys of Warwick. Sieging towers and just tearing them down like they're made out of paper. Just gonna smite that. Can she get it without me?
Now.
Okay, she has Nami for
Turret
help.
has been destroyed.
And that little bit of counter jungling is going to set Aatrox back a little bit in terms of his Devourer. Dragon's coming up, so I need to go back right after this. I'll have enough for my Blade of the Rune King, and we'll be in a much better position overall.
Your turret has been destroyed.
Not enough gold for my trinket upgrade, though.
I hunger.
Yeah, this guy is really bad at stacking. I need to see what he maxes after the game.
Now.
No!
Dominating. Dominating.
And we're gonna take another tower as punishment. So even though they're getting the dragons, we just have much better map control. Everything's gonna be kind of open for us.
Your team has destroyed a turret.
Lost control of my mouse for a second. Not sure what happened to Nami, but she's a goner. We can turn this around in a moment. And the machete's not finishing them off. Okay, time for the Warden's Mail. Actually, hold on. I can get that, that, and these.
It's time.
All things considered, I think these are much better pickups.
Rampage.
What is he building? Like, I can't remember if there is an item with that recipe. Ninja Tabby, but
Down.
I genuinely can't recall. I did take a week off of playing the game, so maybe there actually is an item that I really can't remember, but it's just odd looking to me.
An ally has been slain.
Crap. And he got to cash out.
Smell the stench. This ends now.
Yeah, if they want Annie, we might be able to guard her.
I smell the stench.
there's the surrender vote. Wow, Tryndamere seriously took that much out of him with that? Well, a fairly brief Warwick game. You got to see the Devourer somewhat in action. Sadly, since the enemy team... I wouldn't even describe what they did as anywhere near qualifying as resistance, but it's not as strong as it used to be, and... well, that's one of the disadvantages to Warwick now, even though I mentioned how with mobility creep in the game, he is getting indirectly buffed. But otherwise, we're gonna call it quits for now. I don't know when I'll be able to start doing the frequent uploads once again, but I'm still gonna try to record a few for this week, so they may not be every weekday, but there may still be others coming down the line. So, that's it for now. I'm the Hero of Light. Thanks for watching, and goodbye.